G'day guys, Dan here from Epic Drives Western Australia. Heading out to Beelu again. Well, you know what they say, third time's a charm. Hopefully today I'll do the whole lot. Got a couple of crew hopefully coming out and meeting me at the start. Just posted it last minute on Facebook this morning, and it is Father's Day, so it's a pretty tall ask really, but got a couple of crew and hopefully the weather holds out. It's yet again fairly overcast, but that's a good thing for this track because it means that we've got a few fun sort of miniature water crossings to cover today, which adds to a little bit of the drama because the track that I've plotted already is fairly simple. But today the track I want to do is part of the Powerlines track, not the Mundaring Powerlines track that we all know, but there is a Powerlines track there, and that's part of it. Should be a good day to spend Father's Day. Got the boys with me. You gonna say hello, boys? We're pulling into Charles Road, and we've got 10 minutes before we're meant to be meeting people. I'm not sure if there's anyone here, so we'll see. See you shortly. The weather is shocking at the moment, but plenty of breaks, so I'm sure we're not going to be stuck in heavy showers all day, but it is going to be on and off. A couple of cars with us. We've got waiting for us behind us in the rain. We got Jimmy and Billy back there as well. So I met Billy for the first time today, and he's mates with Cam from Wild Touring. So g'day Cam, and cheers for coming along, Billy. We're just waiting for the rain to clear, and also my brother Matt's rocking up. He's late as usual, and we'll get going. So fingers crossed we can get through today this section that I really wanted to try and tackle, and if not, we'll just have another fun day out here, and I think I'll just scrap the idea of trying to make some kind of track out here until later, but we'll give it a go anyway. Here we go. For this trip, I recommend taking at least basic recovery gear. Don't go alone, and in your convoy have at least one of the following at the bare minimum: a winch, snatch, recovery boards like Max Tracks, tyre repair kit, spare tyre, air compressor, UHF radio, jump leads, a shovel with a long handle, some basic tools and a first aid kit.
Every day I track the devil across the line, just how I want it, facing the colossus of fear. He knows a little about the view that I'm about to ride, just how I want it. Standing waiting by the field, I better bring up the gun, I better bring up the thunder, start firing.
Got this downhill descent. We've got a bit of a narrow section of track straight ahead of us between the power lines. You wouldn't want to get this bit wrong. Pulled off at a little river thing that I've stopped off at a few times. Weather's really bad, but they've woken up. Jimmy has. Will's asleep. They fell asleep again. Always at the very most exciting part of the trip. So for them, four-wheel driving ain't nothing. We just did the Powerlines track, as you've seen, and we're going to continue on where I have been and hopefully get to a section of track that I haven't done yet. And we'll have a look, and if we can, we'll have completed the track and done it all in a day, and I'll piece it all together and put all the waypoints in, and we'll have ourselves a bit of a track, which is the first. I've never attempted to work out a track, and I'm sure a lot of you know this area like the back of your hand anyway, so I'm certainly not, uncovering anything new, but it's a fun way of four-wheel driving. I know a lot of people do it. I tend to just follow tracks that are predetermined and just follow the waypoint, so it's something new for me. But the weather, man, it's not letting up. It's terrible, but we'll keep going.
How you like it, but you just don't get it. He knows a little about the fear
rocked up to North Ledge and there's a fire going, which I cannot believe in all this rain that there would be a fire still burning, just need a bit of stoking. And we got it going, so I'm just cooking some sausages for the boys. Everybody else is sort of just chilling. Weather is absolutely shocking. And the boys are going down this path that's now a river. Don't know if that's a good idea. But we'll get some sausages, get back in the car and we'll just keep heading. But it's terrible. Another section of track that I haven't driven before. There's a few gates. This gate was open, so I don't know quite what that means. I don't know whether they're shut in summer and open in winter or whether it just depends on the track condition. There's no signs or anything to say it. So we're just heading down. 5 o'clock. Hopefully get it done before it gets dark. I haven't got driving lights. I'm such a stock car. It's not. So apparently there's a bit of a stream. They want me to get out and film. I'm not getting out in that. There's any jeez, this isn't even it, this isn't the stream, but
it's not that deep, but the water
let's get out and have a look.
This water crossing turned out to be much easier than it first appeared, as it was very shallow. However, every water crossing should be taken with extreme caution. Always get out and check not only the depth, but also get an idea of how strong the current is. If you're in any doubt, don't attempt it. Now if you're in a manual, put it in second gear low and send it. Keep your momentum and do not change gears as you're likely to flood your transmission.
We got to the bottom, nice little bit of river, wasn't deep, it was flowing. Had a little bit of drama, but it was nothing much. So now we're heading probably a couple of Ks along the pipeline here. This is the track that leads to the gate that I discovered last time I was out here. So what we do is we take a left, which was the track that I took previously, and that leads us back up towards North Ledge, and we'll take the tracks that we've already done today back out, and that'll be the day. So probably we'll hopefully be done by 6:30, which will be pretty much getting on dark. It's been a good day.
Well, hold it.
For tight technical sections of track, the obvious choice is low and slow. First gear, low range, and keep your foot off the clutch and brake as you descend.
Go, 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 go.
Getting dark now. We'll try and get out of here as quickly as we can. And it's gonna be tough going because it's so damn wet and off camber and gnarly and crazy. Oh, damn! It's a bit slippery.
This is what we should be filming.
Bit slippery. Yeah, you want to get out and film this?
Still at the bottom.
I need a spotter as well, I think. I need to get back.
If you just roll back, Billy, I'll ride you back. Hey, if you're going to come back, left hand down. Keep coming, keep coming. Still more left hand down.
Jeez, this is crazy. I'm going to put the camera down. Might get someone else to film. That's it, keep coming. Straighten up. So it's getting dark, obviously, and we're heading back out. And geez, I tell you what, the best was left till last. With all this rain we've had, it's super slippery, and we haven't aired down because, well, we're idiots, and two, it's getting late, and it's the typical we're pushed for time, so we're not bothering. But if you are going to do this track, yeah, consider airing down. And if you've got a wide vehicle, there are some narrow sections. I'll clearly mark them out on the driving instructions just so you're aware. But anything from a patrol to a cruiser, yeah, just be very wary of how narrow the track can get. Have a spotter, that sort of thing. But geez, this track is narrow in sections, but there's not much point filming. Can't see a lot.
So that about wraps it up. Thanks for watching. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this episode, and make my day by subscribing. I'm aiming to get 1,000 subscribers so I can monetize my channel and hopefully get some advertising money to help with the cost of camera gear, etc. I really enjoyed this trip. It was not at all what I was expecting. I've linked the trip notes in the description below, so head there to check it out, and I'll see you again very soon on our next adventure. I'm Dan, this has been Epic Drives Western Australia. Catch ya.
Alright, so quick story time. I was coming back from a 4-wheel drive trip only last weekend, and I almost got home when my steering wheel started to wobble like fairly significantly. So I pulled over thinking the worst, like my wheel was about to fall off or something, and gave him a once over, and they were all good. And I checked my my CV boots, and one of them was just hanging right off. And I don't know whether I'd done it out on the track or whether it'd been like that for ages, because I'm pretty neglectful with things like that. I forget to check. I'm assuming it did happen out on the track, but the wear is probably from when I did my CV a couple of years ago and would have had all sorts of rubbish in there just churning around, so it completely failed. But I rang up Auto Plus WA and spoke to Chris, and they're in Midland. I've been using them for years. They fixed up my my CV, replaced the whole joint. They did it all within a day, and I've always been extremely happy with the service that they've provided me. So if you're looking for a really good mechanic in the Midland area, then give Auto Plus WA a look into. I highly recommend them, and they do a lot of 4-wheel drives as well. They do basically everything. So anyway, I'm hitting the track tomorrow, and fingers crossed nothing goes wrong. See you out there.